All right, hey, welcome everybody. This is, I got to tell you, to me, for everything we do, this has got to be the funnest, most enjoyable night that we have here at Dream Connections. My name is Mark Edward Davis, as you can see by the sign. This is Dave Pearson. Dave, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Dave, I've got just a few photos from our week together, but before I get into the week and actually landing in Ukraine, why don't you get the guys up to speed about how you found Dream Connections, what led you to thinking overseas, and what made you choose Dream Connections, and your first experience over there, and then we'll kick it off.
Okay. I had been thinking about like a overseas dating or relationship, just trying to find that in any way possible, whether it be on some sort of a quest or a tour or something. And I looked at a lot of different websites, and just did as much research as I could because I wanted to do this the right way. And the most positive feedback that I could find was always for Dream Connections.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at the Dream Connections website and your information and videos and you do a very excellent job of documenting, not documenting everything, but like showing what it can be like if you take the step and go on a quest yourself. And I really like that. And the picture's worth 1,000 words. So like after watching all that, I just decided, if I'm going to do this, I feel like this is the right step, and so I decided to go on this past tour, and it's worked out very well. So I'm definitely glad I decided to go with you guys.
That's great, bro. I appreciate that. So one quick question before I get into actually setting foot in Ukraine. How long was the point between when you heard about us and your March tour?
Oh, too long.
Too long?
Like a year and a half, I think.
No, that's all right.
Maybe even a little bit more. But yeah, I had to get some things positioned correctly in my life here before I could go anywhere else.
No, that's fine. The record is held by Brandon Beck, where he had been thinking about this for 9 years before he went. And obviously we didn't exist back then, but he waited, and then he finally saw us, and he says, all right, I want what those guys have. Well, let me get into this. We're going to have a little fun. I've only got 12 photos here, but I wanted to kind of go through the week and sort of tell the story. So this is the first night when you meet your translator. So when you landed in Odessa and you're hanging out with us, there were a little bit of jitters. Was it foreign? Have you ever been to Ukraine before?
No, I had never been to Ukraine before. I'd only been to the very western part of Europe, the UK, back when I was in high school. So it had been a long time since I had been to Europe for an extended period of time in general, except for like layovers at an airport. And it was, I had jitters. I had jitters for like the first 2, almost 3 days.
Really?
I finally settled in, and things went very well. But I was kind of nervous, man. But you can see the picture right there. That's my personal assistant, Lilia, and she was so helpful in like helping me calm down and just enjoy my time. And she was just so helpful with everything that alleviated a lot of that problem very quickly.
Did you connect with her right away? You feel a pretty good connection?
Yeah. I know when I was so Anna does a few like interviews with each guy before they go, and you talked to Marina once, and they said that from those conversations, they try to gauge what type of personality you have, and then they'll match a personal assistant to you. And I mean, at least I feel that they did an awesome job with setting me up with Lilia for help, because we hit it off right away. It was very good.
Makes a big difference, because then you feel like you got a partnership all week long.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I squeaked in. Let's see if I've got a couple of shots of you at the tables.
Okay.
Tell me what this was like. How did this feel? This whole format.
So that's actually the first table ever, right there.
Okay.
That's the first table at the first event, and it was like a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But you just like you said in your coaching, you said at one point there's no way to talk to you about the first table. You just have to go through it, and like you'll get a feel for it. And that first table for like the first 3 minutes was rough, and then you just settle into talking about yourself, listening to them, learning a little bit about them, seeing if there's like any sort of I don't know, chemistry worth pursuing at the table, and then your personal assistant helps out with that after you finish your conversations. But it was, yeah, man, that was rough. That first handshake was nerve-wracking.
It is funny because I look at this table. These are pretty girls that were at that table. Was that intimidating at first, or did you just kind of get acclimated after a while?
I mean, all the tables had very attractive women, so it was just like, yeah, if you didn't get acclimated to it, well, you just had to. So it was, but yeah, they were all attractive.
Yeah. Well, of course, then the great part of the story for the guys who know is that you got up at 3 a.m. to come hang out and kind of give a midweek story, and I really appreciate it. And dude, we had such a great time. I mean, literally, that was one of my favorite hours of the week because you made it great. You and I really connected and just had a really great, honest, fun conversation about this crazy experience. So thank you.
The hour flew by for me as well.
Yeah. Okay, now we got to break in and tell these guys the secret, the little thing that happened, because we give the story here. Because where was your head now at this point, and what happened in this and afterwards that followed up with your girls? Tell the story here. This is good.
Okay, so I was just being honest, and I wasn't really, I was just saying what I was feeling and what was on my mind, and I had said that it was down to I was seeing 3 girls, and those were the 3 that I wanted to spend time with, and one of them, I happened to have a great date with this engineer, because I'm work in an engineering field as well, and it was just so nice to go out on a date with an engineer that was nice and attractive. And the engineer watched that video, and she watched my hour-long conversation, and it went very well. I think she appreciated knowing that I had such a good time on the date, and she did as well. And then later, when I had made my choice, and I knew that she was the one that I wanted to be with, I mentioned there were 3 women before in the video that you watched, and now there aren't 3 women, there's only you. And I was able to be honest with her about that, and it worked out very well as well.
Dude, I love that story. I absolutely love that. See, guys, you don't understand. There is this feverish hunger appetite for you men. We get the girls who are in our database. They come to our website. They know when the guys are coming into town. They're asking my wife to see the profiles of the guys who are coming. And the fact that he went on a date with somebody and she came and watched, she came on her own to our American English website and watched the replay because she wanted to see how she fared in this competition, and to hear herself mentioned favorably, and it's a good thing because, guys kind of wonder, oh my gosh, she knows that I'm dating other girls. Well, yeah, but in a way that makes you attractive because it means, a lot of girls want you, and 2 people have to choose each other. The woman has to choose you, you have to choose her. But the fact that you're found as a lot of people appreciate you is a good social thing over there. Now, you don't rub it in their face or anything like that. But it's funny in hindsight, and obviously I don't want next time everybody's going to get up at 4 a.m. to cram the booth to try to get their little piece in. Hasn't happened before, but I just think it's such a great testimony about the energy there is towards, the women who are serious. They're really serious.
Yeah. Like as soon as she told me that she watched the video because she wanted to see me and learn more about me, that meant a lot. You know, it was a very nice feeling. So, yeah, the women are sincere, man. It's awesome.
It's awesome. So go ahead and tell me a little bit about her, your dates, how it progressed, and
All right.
go for
So this is my new favorite subject.
it.
Her name is Julie, and she's a shipbuilding engineer, and we just from the first date that we had, it was very lighthearted, a conversation. She does speak English uh, rather well, and that made conversation even easier. But I think we just had a connection that, so if I had to rely on Lilia, it would have been good anyway, because it was just like something, how we communicated and looked at each other. So it was just awesome. And went out on a date, and I spoke with you. We went out on another date late. So Wednesday we went out on a date, and it was just like it started just every day. I started seeing her every day. So, and the picture you're looking at now is at the Friday finale dinner, which I got lucky. She was normally she works until a little after 5, almost 6, but she was able to get some time off, and was able to come to the dinner event. And you know, she actually took a decent amount of time, and she went and, like, you know, got ready. Like, her hair is normally straighter than that, so she went and got it like curled a little bit, and she put on this amazing dress, and like, you could just tell that, you know, she made sure that she looked beautiful, and she did. And it was very nice for me to know that she put forth that sort of effort to spend time with me. You know, being a typical guy, all we really have to do is put on like a nice shirt and a tie, and that's dressing up for us. But so that's what I did. But anyway, it was just awesome. It was
Yeah.
just, and our time together just got better and better and better as it went on.
Yeah.
And uh, I stayed a few days after, and you recommended that, so I was like, well, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. It's not just a good idea; it's an awesome idea. I stayed a couple days after, and she and I were able to spend like almost all day Saturday and Sunday together. And then she had to go back to work on Monday, but we had an awesome dinner Monday night. Then I left on Tuesday, but I mean, it was just amazing. Our time together was just so great, and I decided, we decided before I left that I was going to come back, and the soonest I can go back due to my schedule is July, but I'm going back in July. So that's how well it worked out. I'm going back.
Dude, it's just so exciting. You know, I gotta ask too. She's holding her hand up. Does that have like a little ring on it? I couldn't tell the picture. Did you get?
She has yeah, something, but I bought a bracelet for her as like a gift,
Okay.
just to. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's another little. It's another kind of fun story.
Mm-hmm.
She has like smaller. She's petite.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like tall, and her hands and wrists are kind of small. So she said, "Oh, like when I gave her the bracelet, I put it on her, and she goes, "Oh, you got the right size, because normally bracelets will like fall off her hand." I was like, "Yeah, I paid attention to the size of your hands and wrists, and I gauged how long the bracelet was on the salesgirl's wrist, and I had the saleswoman at the store try it on, and I told her that, and she was like, "Oh, well, you know, you paid attention, so that was another good thing, you know."
Mm.
Made me look good.
Oh. So how did you guys? How did you leave it when you left? I don't know if she had work. She probably wasn't able to go with you to the airport. But
No.
did you guys set up Skype and Viber? And how's it been since you got home?
Oh, right. So Viber is the coolest thing
Isn't
ever.
it? It is the
Yeah,
bomb.
it's awesome. We message each other quite a bit during the day, either with like a few sentences if you really want to say something, or if it's just like thinking of you. They're like several catalogs of little stickers. They're called stickers.
Cartoons.
They're just
Yeah.
little images or pictures of various things that you can send, like a heart or a smiley face or something. And then, due to our work schedules, I can only Skype with her on Saturday and Sunday, but we've done that all, both Saturdays and Sundays or Saturday and Sunday that I've been back. So I mean, we're trying to stay in contact, as much as we can, and it's just been, it's nice to be able to communicate like that. It'll be so much nicer when I can finally, give her a gigantic hug when I'm back in Nikolaev again. But until then.
I love your story, bro. I love to see, because just in general, tell the guys what it just feels like to be in a relationship with this woman, how it's different from anything else you've had, if it is.
Oh, it's different. There's more. So I used the word sincere to describe the women earlier. There's like a level of sincerity that, like, it feels. I just feel like she's being honest with everything she says, and there's no like power struggle. Like, if I tell her how I feel emotionally about her, there's no like back in my mind feeling that that's going to be leveraged against me in some weird relationship game like it could be in America. It's like, she and I are in this relationship. We're going to be honest and care about each other, and that's it. And it's like, it's so
refreshing.
It's just so nice to have that one level of emotional honesty, and it feels amazing.
Yeah.
Not that there's not going to be any weird, like, passive aggressive stuff brought up later. It's just like, it is what it is. We're both happy, and we both want to keep it going, and that's it. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm really happy for you, Dave. And as much as we, like you said at the very beginning of this, we do so much work to try to get guys to be able to almost experience the thing before they go, with the videos, the live, everything we do. But there's no way anybody could describe the feeling you have right now, what it is to be in a relationship with a person like this, no matter how much I try.
No, yeah, there isn't. I could describe everything that happened on the trip and my relationship now, ad nauseum for days. And unless you just go and do it yourself, you'll never truly know. So my suggestion is, don't wait any longer and set up your quest.
Thanks. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm just happy for you. And, again, how it is. We're here for you. You need anything from us, your translator, whatever we can do to help. And just my parting word of advice and counsel for you is that, in your pace and timing, since July is your next time, and right now, for those of you watching a replay in 2016, this is the end of March of 2015, and so July is 4 months. So it's really not bad. That's fine. But in this 4 months, keep things light as much as possible. The pacing is actually really good that you can only Skype on the weekends. Because if you were like devouring each other every single day and couldn't see each other for 4 months, you'd both go insane. You would go insane. So I think your timing is great. I love Viber as a cute little way just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you, and to keep in touch. And it just keeps the buzz going. It keeps the momentum and just the warm fuzzies going through the whole time until you can get back there again. If she is open to doing the visa, that'll take some time to process. If you can do that during these 4 months, that's great, but that's totally up to you. You guys are in a brand new relationship. You're only a week into it. So no pressure. Only God knows for sure how things are going to come out in the end. But I got to tell you this, this trip was really, most of these guys were just great. I really enjoyed this bond. Most people on these guys, they get on board. They go, okay, Mark, tell me what to do. And you were one of those. You came. What I love about you said, Mark, I watched all your stuff. I was excited to come, but I came with no expectation, just to receive whatever was there. And I think that was a good strategy.
Yeah, I just wanted, if for nothing else, I just wanted to enjoy an awesome trip to Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I was looking for more, but if that didn't happen, I was just going to enjoy a trip to a very very cool locale.
Yeah, and like my wife says, the guys who come with that attitude end up winning. So, I did the same thing when I met my wife. I just kind of gave up and said, wow, whatever. Hey, let's go out. I'm burnt out. I've had a long day. And I let down all my guard. I put down my wife hunting spear and end up in that moment of relaxing, that's when the magic happens. So I think it's a great story. We love you, bro. We're here for you. The story's not over for any of us, and hopefully be, obviously friends for life. So thanks for sharing.
Yes, thank you. Can I say one more thing?
Of course,
because I know she's watching.
Yes.
Hey, Julie, I hope you enjoyed the video.
and Julie, we love you. Thanks for signing up and trusting our company and our agency to hopefully help you find your half. And we're glad to have had you part of our family. All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for sharing. You got it.